right, all right. Let's see what we got going on here. Hello, hello.
It not only comes with a case.
How is everybody doing today? What is going on? What's up? What is happening? How is everybody? What's up? What's up? Holla at your boy. There we go. All right, what's happening, everybody? How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up? Can everybody hear me okay? Hello, hello, Jeff. How are you doing? What's going on? I'm trying something new today, y'all. How is everybody? I got like screens all around me trying to figure this out. But how are you? Everybody type in the comments where you are tapping in from. I want to know. I want to know. Jeff, how are you doing? What's up? What's up? Holla, holla. We are broadcasting on TikTok and let me see if this is going right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Let's see here. Give me a second, y'all. What is up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? Everybody tap that screen. Tap that screen. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Y'all know how we do it here. Let's see here. There we go. Hold on. All right. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Okay. Yeah, we are. Hey, check this out. Yeah, we are live on two platforms at the same time. We are going live on TikTok and on YouTube, both at the same time. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? But hey, because I'm testing things out, why don't y'all help me out? Why don't you go ahead and type something into the comments so I can see where it shows up at? All right. Help a brother out. Let me see what's going on here, how everything is working. If everything's working right. And we got here Vegas born. How are you doing? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna go ahead and type something into the chat because I'm logged in on both my platforms here. Let's see. We're gonna just type in testing and see where that shows up. All right, all right. There we go. Okay, that showed up there. I don't see it on this screen though. Let me see here. What we got? Does that show? Hello, we got 4 people watching. How you do? Y'all tap that screen. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Tap the screen. Let me know. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. And type something into the comments. I'm just trying to just test things out just to see how well everything is working, whether or not this is something I can continue to do in the future. Because hey, I'm trying to reach as many people as possible, y'all. And if it takes something like this to stream across multiple platforms at the same time, then hey, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Desiree, how you doing? Daniel, what's going on? What is happening? Hello, hello, hello. All right. If you are on YouTube, what is going on? Holla at your boy. Holla, holla. Let's just go ahead and see all the. Let's see, we got 6 people on YouTube. How many people we got on TikTok here? A couple people on TikTok, more people on YouTube. All right, we got. Hey, we're rolling, y'all. But do me a favor. Type something into the comments. Let me know what city you represent, what state you represent, what country even. We are going on. We are going on. Because if this works out how I'm hoping it'll work out, then man, we're going to reach a lot of people. We definitely are. Y'all know me. This is John Voyage. I am a truck driver. I'm at home right now, but I do use a field grade system. This has helped me to lose 100 pounds, and I am trying to tell everybody how you can do it too. It's so easy. I've shared this with people that are not only losing weight, but that are also overcoming diabetes, high blood pressure. They're like, improving their health overall. Yeah. And we want to get as many people as possible hip to this product because it works. It is even in the medical PDR. All right. So again, holla at your boy. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Just help me test. This is a new platform I'm testing out. All right, so y'all help me out. Just type in the comments, hi, hey, how you doing? Type in your city, your state, your country even. I want to know who all is here. All right, it is, what time is it? It is 10 a.m. Central Time. That means it's 11 o'clock on the East Coast, 9 o'clock Mountain Time, and 8 o'clock in the morning all the way over on the West Coast. How is everybody? Okay, y'all see this up above my head. This is my slide presentation. So I'm just going to just scroll through this a little bit. Show the product. Okay. I see that on TikTok. None of your business. It's right here. Okay. This is just my slide presentation. I'm not really going to go through it right now. I'm just testing things out. I'll probably go through it before everything's all done with. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening? What's happening? How are you doing? How you doing? None of your business. What's up? What's up? All right. This is interesting. I got TikTok over here. I got YouTube right here. And I got the platform in front of me. Nothing's showing up on the platform. I guess I got to send out that link in order to get comments there. But hey, Harvard, good morning, Jabby. How are you doing? If I'm looking this way, I'm looking over at TikTok. Okay. So, hey, I'm seeing what I'm working with. All right. All right. But yeah, this product, what is your real name? None of your business. I don't want to call you none of your business. Come on now. Zoe, is that it? All right. So anyway, check this out. Two plant products. Okay. It's the Unimate, which is what I'm drinking right now. This is an extract from the yerba mate plant. I appreciate the hearts. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. This is an extract from the yerba mate plant. I drink this every day. Okay. It helps me to get rid of my hunger pains. I haven't had anything to eat since maybe 8 o'clock last night. So already I'm going on 14 hours. Okay. A lot of times when we get up, we go straight to the kitchen, straight to the refrigerator, start raiding it. And then we start getting these glucose spikes. In order to improve your health, you got to take care of insulin resistance. All right. And the only way to do that is to get your glucose levels to come down, which is going to allow your insulin levels to come down. And this does not break your fast. This doesn't give you a glucose spike, but it's not only suppresses your hunger, it gives you a lot of energy. A lot of energy. You've been taking it 1 year. All right. All right. Go ahead and type your results in the comments, Harvinder. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. So let's see here. If you're on YouTube, definitely type something in the chat. I want to know where you are tapping in from. We got 7 people watching on YouTube. We got 8 people watching on TikTok. All right. So, hey, we are rolling. We're rolling. We got 15 people total. Excellent. Excellent. If you're on the system, if you're taking this protocol, let me know. Type your, I'm up here, got my head on the swivel, y'all. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Shoot, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. But this product right here has helped me to lose 100 pounds. Okay. Like I said, I take this every morning and it helps me to intermittent fast. Intermittent fasting has a lot of health benefits, but it's hard. It's really, really hard. Okay. At least for me, it was. Some people are able to do it and I applaud them. Great. Hey, good for you. I was never the one. And there's a lot of people that are like that. Okay. Harv lost a lot of weight. He was 200 pounds. Now he's 150. Lost 50 pounds. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations on that one. Okay. So I take this every morning. I'll go 16 hours minimum. And now, since I've been on the product for so long, I'll go even more. I'm just over 14 hours now. I'm definitely going to hit 16 hours because I'm not even hungry. This gets rid of that. In South America, this is known as La Bebida de los Dioses. That means the drink of the gods. Okay. So when I do break my fast, and I have the other product right here, I take, this apple crush flavor. I take a balance. Okay. Now in this product are several soluble fibers. Okay. We typically do not get enough fiber in our systems. And on top of that, a lot of our food has been changed, modified to the point where 6 months full kid, now I'm taking 2 pounds. Hey, that's the way I prefer to do it, Harvey. That's the way I prefer to do it. Take 2 pounds. Yeah. Because we don't get enough fiber, we get those serious insulin spikes from our glucose. I mean, from our from carbohydrates, from starches, sugar, of course. I mean, all that is basically sugar, and it gives you such a glucose spike that you end up having this big crash, and you're hungry again, which means you're going to feed yourself again and have more glucose spikes, and that's what causes our insulin levels to stay so high. This puts the fiber back into our systems. It coats our stomach, slows down the digestion process, and on top of that, keeps you full for a long time, which means no snacking. The cravings stop, which means you're able to stay satiated for such a long time. Ivan's typing. All right, here we go. Ivan feels great, y'all. I got YouTube checking in now, y'all. All right, all right. Nathan, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, so we got TikTok over here. I'm gonna have to get used to this, y'all. TikTok is over here. YouTube is over here. If you are on YouTube and you want to find me on TikTok, you can definitely do that. I'm at John Voyage. If you're on TikTok, you want to see me on YouTube, just go look for Go and Feel Great. Okay, so check this out. Let me run through this a little bit. So here's where I found myself, y'all. I was in a position, where I mean, I'm a truck driver. I was caught up in what I call the truck driver trade-off. All right. That's where I never really have a lot of time to spend with family and friends because I'm always gone. I'm at home now, but for how long? I'm gonna have to get back out on the road soon. And even though truck driving can be a very good job, you can make some decent money at it. You ask any truck driver, when those wheels aren't rolling, you're not making any money. But most of all, my health and my weight have become a major, major concern in my life. So you see a question up here above my head, right? Answer this question. Would you agree that if you had all the time and all the money in the world, it'd be pretty difficult to enjoy without great health, right? Let me know in the comments if you agree with that. Let me know in the comments. I'm looking at TikTok. I'm looking at YouTube. How you doing, Nathan? What's going on? Y'all let me know if y'all agree with that. If you had all the time and all the money in the world, but you did not have your health, it'd be pretty difficult to enjoy life. Do y'all agree with that? Let me know. So here's the problem. Okay. Gayla agrees. All right. Thanks for checking in, y'all. Thanks for checking in. All right. So over 90% of the adults in America are dealing with um, a lot of problems. Metabolic syndrome, also known as insulin resistance. We're metabolically unhealthy. We got high blood pressure, diabetes, pre-diabetes, you know, sugar in your blood, all these problems are at an all-time high. Okay. Over 100 million adults in the US are currently dealing with diabetes or pre-diabetes. Heart disease. We all know that this is the leading cause of death worldwide. And even childhood obesity is growing at an alarming rate. Okay. You see over here on the side, these are the top 10 leading causes of death. Most of them, 9 of them, are preventable. Okay. The only one that's not is communicable diseases. And even that to a point, I mean, you don't know where the viruses are hanging out. So if you walk into a place where there's something, the flu floating around, you're going to catch it, or COVID floating around, but still, the other 9 are definitely preventable because they all stem from insulin resistance, y'all. All of it stems from insulin resistance. So here's another question. Would you agree? And let me know in the comments. YouTube, TikTok, let me know in the comments. Would you agree that taking all this into consideration, we definitely got a problem? Let me know in the comments. Who agrees with that? All right. Let's go on to the next one. Now, this insulin resistance, this metabolic syndrome is caused primarily by our modern day food environment. Okay. From the moment we get up, y'all, think about it. We are bombarded by all these companies that we've come to know and love, ready to feed us those 5 major food groups. Yeah, I know what the 5 major food groups are. There's high fructose corn syrup, artificial ingredients. There's refined carbohydrates, low nutrients, and low fiber. Okay, those aren't the 5 major food groups, but y'all get the point. Okay, it's all very, very addictive. Think about the last time when you reach a goal you don't need. You know what? I just talked about the modern day food environment, Harv. Okay. I gotta remember that. I gotta look at the screen, even though TikTok's over here. Okay. Here's this is actually the beautiful part. Okay. It's your choice. It's your choice. Now, while you're using the product, did you learn how the food affected you? Okay. Did you at some point in time say, I did that. I did so well without changing my diet and without getting any regular exercise. Just imagine how I would do if I was dieting and exercising. Hmm. Now, some people will get off the product and they'll do fine. But remember, we are still living in the modern day food environment. So really, it's your choice. Now, myself, I plan on staying on this for the rest of my life, even once I hit my goal. Okay, because of the modern day food environment. All this is still out there. Okay. And I don't want to take any chances. I want the protection. Right. But again, it's your choice. You don't have somebody in a white lab coat saying you're going to be on this product for the rest of your life. That's the beautiful thing about it. You get on metformin, what are they going to tell you? You're going to be on this for the rest of your life. You get on atorvastatin, they're going to tell you the same thing. Lisinopril, they're going to tell you the same thing. Gabapentin, you want to be on all that for the rest of your life? You want to feel shackled like that? Wouldn't you rather have the power? So once you reach your goal, it's your choice. It's your choice. And that's what I love about this. Okay, so think about the last time you went to the grocery store and saw how huge the produce was, y'all. How huge it was. The agriculture. I mean, again, I'm a truck driver. I've seen some things. I just came from a place in Washington where the produce was just huge. Not only that, it was sitting out in the open, off the vine, waiting to be shipped. And from what I've been told by these food manufacturers, that stuff can sit outside for up to a year before it's finally shipped. Right? A year, y'all. That's not cool. Okay. So, Catherine, is that you? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? If you do exactly 16 hours and eat twice, hey, again, if you're getting the fiber, okay, if you actually took note of how foods affected you, how they affected your blood sugar and everything, then go for it. Here is the one good thing. Your account is yours for life, Harv. It's yours for, forever. Okay. So, hey, Catherine, I'm gonna send you a link on your phone. All right. If you're not busy, you might be at work, so you might not be able to do this. But if you're able to, click it and come join me. All right. Let's see. There you are. Okay. All right, we're gonna see what happens, y'all. Again, hey, I'm trying this new platform. Y'all have to let me know what y'all think. If y'all like it, does it work? I'm getting kind of used to, it's kind of different looking at 2 screens, 3 screens, really. Okay. But anyway, so Harv, I hope that answers your question. Let's move on. Okay. Hey, just got your text, guys. Just click on that link. All right. So you heard me talk about insulin resistance. Okay. These are some of the symptoms of insulin resistance. So I'm going to go through these and ask yourself if you or somebody that you know is dealing with any of these signs. And you know anybody got the skin tags? Okay. You going to try it next month without it? You still using it? You just want to see? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. And hey, take note. And definitely when you get after that month, let us know what happens. Okay. So skin tags around the back of your neck or up and down your shoulders. Do you know anybody has those? I mean, the tags themselves are basically harmless. They're not the sexiest thing in the world, but it is a sign of insulin resistance. That's when you take in so much glucose or so much food that gets converted into glucose. Next your cells get full and they start rejecting that new shipment of glucose. So they tell the insulin, hey, no, we can't take anymore. Don't have any room. So what does insulin do? It carries it around your body. Okay. Looking for a place to put it. Next thing you know, you start getting these skin tags around your neck, or you start getting this discoloration. Okay. These this rust spots on around the back of your neck, around in your joints and your hands. All that is a sign of insulin resistance. Okay. Constant cravings for salt and sugar. Just can't stay out of the refrigerator. Always snacking. Cravings just never stop. That too is a sign of insulin resistance. Again, when you taking all that sugar, you had a big crash and you're hungry again. You're never satisfied. Okay. Those cravings for salt and sugar, gotta have the chips, gotta have the cookies, gotta have the peanuts, this, that. Hey, what is this? I don't care. Give me a whole lot of it. All of that is a sign of insulin resistance. So let me know if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, let me know in the comments. Are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these signs? There's more, by the way. Okay. Constant fatigue. You wake up tired, you get up and go, got up and went, or after that big meal, you get the itis. Anybody experience that? Let me know in the comments. How about you, YouTube? That's a sign of insulin resistance. Okay. Headaches, migraines. On the truck, there were plenty of mornings when I would wake up with headaches. Couldn't explain it. I was thinking, okay, blood pressure, cholesterol problems, those are typically known as, silent. They have those silent symptoms, but I was thinking maybe it's my blood pressure, maybe it's my cholesterol. I don't know. But one thing I do know now is that it is a sign of insulin resistance. Okay. Let's have some more. All right. I talked about the fatigue. I talked about the headaches, the cravings for salt and sugar. All that is a sign of insulin resistance. Here's another one. Touch the top part of your stomach. If it's hard, okay, then that's visceral fat that you're feeling. Okay. It too is a sign of insulin resistance. And that stuff can be kind of dangerous. Okay. Hey, Cantaloupe, how you doing? Cantaloupe lived for 7 months. She got back to because her body was not the same anymore. Now she wants to go back. Cantaloupe, when you gonna call me? Cantaloupe is shy, y'all. She's shy. It's all good. We love her though. We love her. But she's got a great story. Great story. Okay, so that too is a sign of insulin resistance. So let me ask the question again and let me know in the comments. All right. Now, y'all see my head on the swivel. That's because I'm looking at YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Okay. So that's why I'm going around like this. But let me know in the comments. Okay. Whichever platform you're on. Are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these signs? Let me know. Catherine, did you hit that link? Are you still here? Yeah, you're still here. Or are you not able to? Are you at work? Everything was back again. All right, man. Yeah. And I do hear people say that, Harv, if you're still listening, some people get off and they do okay, but a lot of people, they'll get off and then, again, because of the modern day food environment, they find themselves going back to where they were. Okay. So, that's the gamble, but it's still your choice. I love the fact of not having somebody in a white lab coat saying, you're going to be on this for the rest of your life. Okay. So let me ask the question. Just click the link, Catherine. Just click the link. Okay. So let me ask the question, y'all. Are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of those problems? Because if so, the answer could be very, very simple. And it's right above my head. If you get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. All right. What's this? The Cantaloupe said palpitations, tiredness, arthritis, pre-diabetic. Take more work. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Hey, Cantaloupe, definitely give me a call. Appelle-moi. OK? Aujourd'hui. D'accord? On doit se parler. Okay, so this is the company, y'all. This is Unicity International. This is one of the newest facilities located in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is a video that I typically play, but being able to do this on TikTok, I don't want to do anything that's gonna raise any flags, like showing another video. So I'm just gonna leave this image up here, but know that they've been around for almost 100 years. Okay, not going anywhere anytime soon. All right. They're completely debt free, known as one of the top 500 companies in the United States, and it's ran privately by Mr. Stewart Hughes. He has decades and decades of experience in the wellness industry. I've heard him say on more than one occasion, it is his life's mission to rid the planet completely of diabetes. And y'all, we've got many testimonies, so many testimonies of people who are doing just that, that, you got to believe it can really, really happen. Just imagine that. Diabetes no longer existing. Anybody out there pre-diabetic? Anybody on YouTube? Are you pre-diabetic? TikTok, are you pre-diabetic? Anybody out there? Anybody out there pre? I'm gonna call you Cantaloupe. I'm gonna call you. Okay. Imagine diabetes not being a thing anymore. One of those things that we used to deal with back in the day. It can happen. It can happen. Okay. So Unicity holds a very strong position in the wellness industry, and there's so many people coming into the business that they're saying that we can possibly create a whole bunch of new millionaires. I've already met some people who have reached that point, which brings up another question: who would like a slice of that $1 trillion pie? I'm just curious to know who would like some of that. I mean, we're talking the $1 trillion industry. Who would like a slice of that? I know I would. I would. Okay, so these are our products, y'all. This is the Feel Great system. Plant-based products. There's Unimate tea and Unicity Balance. Okay? All right. Let me talk about the Unimate first. Unimate is grows in South America. It's a plant-based product. Yerba mate is known for not only slowing down your hunger or getting rid of your hunger, but it also boosts your mood. Okay? Has just about every vitamin and minerals in it needed to sustain life. Gives you stamina, mental clarity, and being able to suppress that hunger. Hey, this is what makes intermittent fasting easy, y'all. Super easy. Okay. Like I said, boost your mood, mental performance, physical performance. I mean, people take it before they go to the gym and they have an explosive workout. And this is an extract from yerba mate, but it's 375 times stronger than any yerba mate you might find in the store because of this process that it runs through. It's a 5-step process. First of all, we own the farms, okay? They handpick the leaves, only the best leaves. Then they're fire roasted and they extract only the best stuff out of it, only the best components, okay? Then it's purified and concentrated into an extract that's, like I said, 375 times more potent than any standard yerba mate. Very clean, no pesticides, none of that stuff, okay? So this is the real deal. And that's what I'm drinking right now. I drink it every day. Gets rid of the hunger, helps me to be able to fast that 16 hours, those 20 hours. Y'all see me, those of y'all that have been watching me for a while, y'all know, and I'm about to start doing this again. For a while, I was doing alternate day fasting. Once I get back out on the road, I think I'm gonna do that again. I'm at home now, so my wife can cook. I'm just saying. There's been a lot of studies done on the Unimate. Okay, A1Cs drop, weight circumference drops, triglyceride, LDL, HDL, all that stuff improves. I talked about the mental clarity, the stamina, the endurance, all that stuff improves. But that's only part of the Feel Great system. Here's the other part. This is the balance. Okay, this is a special blend of several fibers. This isn't just one fiber like a Metamucil or a Citrusel or something like that. Several fibers. Okay, that are when you mix it with water and take it before you eat, it coats your stomach. It feeds your good gut bacteria, but that viscous gel that it creates in your stomach slows down the digestion process. Okay, it slows it down. So what does that mean? No serious glucose spike. No, you don't have that big glucose spike like you do when you typically eat. Okay. It keeps healthy blood glucose levels, right? And it has look at all these ingredients over here. So many vitamins and minerals in there. It has a 7X technology, which is good for burning fat. Okay. It keeps you full for a very long time. Imagine no more snacking. If you're a foodie, if you just, you know, find yourself in the refrigerator all the time or eating in between meals, imagine all of that being a thing of the past. That's what this does. That's what this does. Okay? So that's the balance. I take it before I eat, all that stops. All the in between meal eating stops. Okay, now here's how things are done at Unicity. Okay? We have our own in-house scientists and specialists. Everything is done in-house. Okay, this isn't some kind of outside produced product that we just slap our label on. No, we produce everything. There's also third-party certifications. Some of these names that you see up here in point number 2, these are sports agencies. They represent professional athletes who will not put just anything in their body. Okay, we also have 18 products listed in the medical PDR. That is an FDA-approved publication that tells doctors, about drugs, how they interact with each other, how they're going to affect your body. And there's also some natural supplements in there. We have 18 of them in there. The only company to have 18 natural supplements in there. Okay. There's been clinical studies from leading hospitals and universities that have studied this product. We got BYU, the Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, University of Sydney, University of Connecticut. I mean, even the Cleveland Clinic, when talking about this product, said that such a product, if taken regularly, will lower cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or dose of lipid-lowering prescription drugs. What in the world does that mouthful mean? Follow me now. Such a product, if taken regularly, that means if you take this every day, okay, it can lower cardiovascular risk on a population basis. I said earlier that heart disease was the leading cause of death worldwide. Imagine that being a thing of the past. These are the Cleveland Clinic's words, y'all. The Cleveland Clinic said that. It's a 2002 study. They said that about this product. These products are patented, and we source everything. Like I said, we own the farms. Everything's sourced directly from the farmers. Okay? No third parties involved here. All right? Now, not only do you experience an improvement in your health when you get on these products, but a lot of people are saying, hey, they're noticing improvements in their wealth. Okay? Look, these are just some of the comments that have rolled in. Savings on groceries by $200 a month, $500 a month. Savings on medications, no more antidepressants, insulin, high blood pressure medications, just gone or reduced. There's even a comment in here from an accountant talking about how much they're noticing their budget is improving thanks to these products. Accountants saying that. People claiming that the product pays for itself, and it does. You're not snacking anymore, no more cravings. The system fills you up when you do eat. So a lot of times you're going to discover that you don't have room to finish all your food. There's a barbecue restaurant here in Texas that I love going to. Before getting on this product, I had never walked out of there with a doggy bag. I do now. That one meal can last 2 meals, 3 meals. Yeah. All because this slows down the digestion and keeps me full for a long time and keeps me from overeating. This is how I lost 100 pounds, y'all. The system is so easy. It's extremely easy. Okay. So you see this link right here? Right there. If there's something you want to try, understand that there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. Okay. A 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to this link right here. Select your flavors and give it a try. All right. If you do not see any positive improvements, even in your blood work within 90 days, call the company and they'll give you your money back. It's that simple. It's that simple. Who's got questions? If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, type your questions in the comments, because I got answers. And let me know also, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this format, having the slides above my head, me being in the middle of the screen? I don't have anybody exactly on the platform, so you're not seeing the comments down below, but I do see the comments on both screens. There might be a way to feed those in too. I'll try to figure that out. But y'all let me know. Hey, what are some of the possible symptoms when you start taking the product? Okay, that's the beautiful. These are all plants. There's no side effects. None. Okay. Now, I will say this. I will say this. Because we do not get enough fiber in our system, and you can look this up in the PDR. I invite you to go to pdr.net, okay, and type in the name unicity and look for the Unimante and the balance. And you'll see what they say. First of all, with the Unimante, if you have a caffeine sensitivity, there is a small amount of caffeine in here. All right. So, and it's less than what you would find in a cup of coffee. So if you have a caffeine sensitivity, you might want to, water it down. Be careful with that. Definitely do not gulp this. Okay, just sip on it. You'll be fine. Now, the balance, like I said, has several fibers in it, and we typically do not get enough fiber in our diet, Alan. That being the case, some people, not everybody, but some people do experience some gastrointestinal discomfort. Gassiness. You might get some constipation. That goes away. It's temporary. And if it becomes a problem, you can take some Mag 07. There's another product that we have called Stronghold, has a lot of magnesium in it. You can take that and it'll help ease those symptoms. But other than that, I mean, there's no side effects to this, other than you might lose some weight, or you might find that, your parents are putting you to work now because of all the increased energy. Your wife's to-do list might get a little bit longer. Okay. All because, I mean, those are side effects. All right. Oh, it affects your hearing too. You can't hear the junk food calling your name anymore. Yeah. If you've got like a chocolate addiction and you just walk by a Snickers or a Reese's, Three Musketeers, and you just hear them calling your name, you're not going to hear that anymore. All that's going to, subside. It's going to crawl to a stop. Okay. Other than that, no side effects. Questions, type them in the comments. I want to know. By the way, full disclosure, there is a business opportunity here. Okay. We do have a network marketing business built into this. We're trying to get these products into the hands of as many people as possible. Okay. So full disclosure, yes, there is some network marketing involved. Nobody's obligated to do that. However, when you order the product at this website here, when you order the product, you are going to get a referral link. Okay. Your own referral link, and it's yours for life. Okay. You're going to start noticing results very quickly. Most people claim to notice results, myself included, within the very first week. Some say 3 days, some say the very first day. Those energy levels just skyrocket. You're going to start sleeping better. If you have aches and pains, you're going to notice them disappearing. That happens very quickly. Again, a lot of the vitamins and minerals that our bodies need in order to be able for it to repair itself, they're not in our food, but a lot of them are in here. Okay. So you're going to start noticing that. Share your story. I implore you to share your story. There's some people in your circle of friends that I'll never, ever be able to reach that are going to want to hear your story, and they're going to be inspired by it. They're going to say, where did you get this? Give them your referral link. The system itself costs $5.30 a day plus tax. Okay. You get a month's supply, so that comes out to $159 a month, and that's with a subscription. You get free shipping. There's free gifts that come with it, and this is yours for life. Okay. Hold on one second. Hey, Rod, let me call right back. I'm doing a live right now.
Okay, man.
All right, and yeah, jump on if you want. Okay. So anyway, y'all still there? Everybody still hear me? Okay, cool. That's actually quite convenient. I'm streaming through one platform, but it's feeding there. So if I get a phone call, hey, it doesn't interrupt the live. That's cool. I think I'm starting to like this. All right. Anyway, share your referral link. Okay. Share the link, and when that person orders the system using your link, you're going to save money on products. They're going to reduce the price by $10. And it's not just a one time savings. We want people to subscribe. So every time that person orders, you're going to get, you're going to get, hey, $10 more dollars off. Okay. Get 2 people, get 5 people. That's $50 savings, y'all. 159 can drop down to 109 easily just by sharing your story. And you're not selling, you're just sharing your story. Now, for those of you that are really motivated by money, if you do want to take a look at this network marketing angle, hey, come on in. And even then, you still don't have to do any of that. We encourage you to if you want to like scale your business. But there are some people who are just happy just sharing the product. Okay, sharing the product, selling the product, they make whatever money off, whatever commission off the boxes that they sell, and they're happy just doing that. But if you really want to scale, find some other people that want to do the same thing, and you can see your business grow. So there's a lot of angles to go with this. You can stay a customer, you can come in and basically be a vendor, or you can go network marketing. All right, your choice. All right, and you don't even have to do any of that. Nobody's obligated. All right. Hey, what's going on, Rob? I got 2 platforms going here. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this format. I can show slides up here. Let's see what we got coming up next. There's a schedule. There's other slides. Let's see, that's a video. There are some videos I can play. This is actually pretty cool, I think. I like that. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Now, let's see what that looks like. There we go. Just hit that. Let me bring that back up. No, that's cool right there. You like that? You like it, Rob? Cool. I'm going to send you a link. I tried to send it to Catherine, but I guess she's at work. Let me see here. Copy this. And I'm going to text it to you. Let's see. And let's see how this works. I'm just trying some things out, y'all. So, hey, let's see what happens. Now, I'm not looking at my main page that I'm streaming on. Okay. So I can't tell if anybody's like sending requests to come up on the stage or not. However, I'm looking at you on my backup page. So that's how I'm seeing the comments. All right. So I just sent Rob a link. Did you get the link, Rob? Let's see how this works. If this works. When you get it, just click it and let's see what happens. There we go. All right. There he is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Welcome. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you very good.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you. Let's see if there's anything else I need to do on this side of the screen. Oh, your mic is on.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All
Can
right.
you hear
How's
me now?
everything going? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Everything's cool. I like that.
Cool. Yeah, I might have to do some more of this. We'll see how everything works out. Okay, so hey, check this out, y'all. I can actually stop sharing this. Let's remove that. All right. So this is Rob Lane. You can find him at Rob Trucker 3.0 on TikTok. Hey, incredible story, y'all. He's a truck driver just like I am. You want to hear his story? Hey, go to his page, check it out, get the product from him. Okay, you definitely can. All right. How's everything going out there in North Carolina today? They keeping y'all busy?
Yeah, I'm sitting out on the front porch right now
Okay.
and then just enjoying it. My family just left, where dad passed and everything. So I just figured I'd sit out here and enjoy the cool weather. It's not cold, it's just right.
Yeah, it is about time for the seasons to change. It's getting there.
Hmm.
Yep, yep. Yes,
So
indeed. Go ahead and give everybody your story real quick. And can you turn
I
your phone
can.
side? What happens if you turn your phone sideways?
Let's
There we
see.
go.
There we go. Um, I got into trucking in 2018. Um, I used to deliver pizzas and clean out apartments and everything before I got into trucking. And I was like, well, if I'm doing all this driving, I might as well go make some good money,
Mm-hmm.
you know, driving trucks.
Right,
So
right.
I went to school, got my CDL license, and started teaming driving and everything. And trucks will beat you to death teaming.
Hmm.
They would definitely beat you to death because one's driving while one's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, got all that under my belt and everything. I started noticing that I was having issues with health issues and stuff like this and that, but I really wasn't really paying attention to it
Mm-hmm.
until I had the tractor and trailer wreck February the 29th of 2020. And 20 January the 7th of 2021, I had a blood clot.
Okay.
And that's when they found out I was a diabetic. And from there, I always thought I had a hard callus on my pinky toe.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all, that ain't a callus. That was a ulcer,
Hmm.
diabetic ulcer. And that's when I diagnosed as pre-diabetes as a 6.8. If it had been 2 points more, I'd have had to go on, go on diabetic medicine, the metformin. All right, now I've seen what that done to my mom and dad for 40 years. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. You know, you don't want to
So,
deal with that.
mm-mm. So I started cutting out all the bread, rice, and all that stuff. Um, and when I'd eat hamburgers or hot dogs, I took lettuce and made lettuce wraps and or whatever, or just ate it, put the toppings on it and cut it up and ate it with a fork and knife. And I dropped it down from there just by myself to a 6.2.
Mm-hmm.
I still wasn't happy. My blood pressure was 165 over 90, and they was having to put me in a room with the lights off for me to get my blood pressure down to where they could pass me. So I was always having to go in that room, to get my blood pressure down. And my doctors didn't tell me that high blood pressure would cause you to have blood clots. I guess he was really waiting on me to have a heart attack or whatever, so he could stick me on medicine.
Hmm. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop you there. Everybody pay attention to what he just said. You know, a medication that's supposed to like make you better, causing other problems. I invite everybody to go to pdr.net if you're on medications and just let your fingers do the walking. Just get curious. There's a search bar there. Type in your medication and look for the adverse reaction. In other words, whatever the side effects are. All right. And you might be surprised at what you see. Not saying that you're going to get it, not trying to scare anybody, just let you know what you're up against. All right. Go ahead, Rob. Continue.
So when I had the blood clot, the second blood clot, that's like I said, that's when they found all that out. I spent $218 for a dietitian that told me to quit eating carbohydrates
Hmm.
or slack up to a point of, like, if you eat grapes, you can eat no more than 40 grapes. I was like, who in the heck's gonna eat 40 grapes anyways? Because our grapes are so big now,
Right,
pumped
right.
with sugar and everything. I'm like, okay, strawberries, you just got to measure it out. And I'm like, I ain't measuring nothing out. I just quit eating it.
Mm-hmm.
And because the fruit was supposed to be good for you, not if it's
Yeah.
jacked up with sugar, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I came across the Feel Great system, like like me and John do. We promote it on TikTok, And what caught my eye was the 90-day money back guarantee.
Hmm.
My mom and dad's been on metformin for 40 years. You think the pharmaceutical going to give them a 90-day money back guarantee? Nope.
Not that I've ever heard of.
So I said, I can't say the words I want to say on here because what I said is not good for social media.
Yeah. Be careful. This is a
But
trial run that TikTok has let me do.
I said, 90 days? Oh, shoot, let's try it.
Hmm.
The first week I started noticing that my energy levels were going up.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So I kept drinking it, doing the pre-meal drink before I ate, and
Hmm.
I started noticing my joints wasn't hurting as bad.
Hmm.
All right, this is about 3 weeks in. I was like, hold on a minute. My clothes started getting a little loose.
Hmm.
So I was like, out of all the other network marketing for supplements that I'd worked for or was affiliated with, these products actually did what it said it would do.
Hmm. That's saying a lot.
So that's when I became a distributor because I was trying to get my mom and dad on the products, and my brother and I be honest with you, we have 7 people in our family, which 4 of them are gone now.
Hmm.
But mom, dad, my dad's brother, and his 2 kids,
Hmm.
and my dad's baby sister, and things, and of course me at the time
Yeah.
were all diabetics. But when I brought it to the doctor's attention, all of us as diabetics, why are you not helping fix the problem? How do we fix the problem?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, well, you just take this medicine. I'm not taking no medications. Nope.
Right.
But
Yeah. I mean, gotta love doctors. I mean, they do the best that they can,
yeah.
but they've only been taught so much.
hmm
Um, but I've heard doctors, say, and there's doctors that are joining the teams now.
Yep.
They're seeing that, the nutritional value in this. There's doctors that are, they look at the ingredients in the products
hmm
and they're having that revelation that, hey, all this stuff follows the medical guidelines. I heard one doctor say that he's not sure, of course, it's just his speculation, but maybe one of the reasons why they pretty much, opt more so towards medications instead of nutrition is because they figure that most people aren't going to make any, dietary changes.
Yep.
But this is so easy, yo. This is extremely. I was talking to somebody today, and she said, "Wow, there's the lemonade and the mixed lime, the first line." And they
Hey, John,
said,
I got a call coming in, buddy. I'll call you later.
"All right, take it easy now."
All right, later.
Bye. Okay, so yeah, this person told me that well, they asked rather, what is it about the product that makes it seem so or that you think is like the best thing about it? I said, is that it's so easy. I've never ever come across something as easy as this. Never. Okay. I mean, look at how small and compact these sachets are. Okay. Stick them in your pocket. I carry some in my pocket all the time. Take them with you. I've actually had some customers that say, "Okay, I'm gonna go on vacation and I'll take some more when I get back." I'm like, "No, take it with you. It's easily portable. It's compact. Take it with you." And especially if you're going on vacation, because when you get to these exotic places and find something that you've never had before, you're gonna want that protection. All right. So how long will we be going here? We've been going almost an hour. Let's see. Do I know what cells in the body? What cells in the body release insulin? Yeah. First of all, insulin is secreted by your pancreas. Okay. Here's what typically happens when you eat. Okay, the food gets converted into glucose. All right, you have a glucose spike. The glucose starts to go up, and that signals for your pancreas to start releasing insulin to carry that glucose to your cells. All right. Now, typically, your cells will open up the doors, take in that glucose, and it's a good day. Here's the problem. When you become insulin resistant, okay, that's when you have too many glucose spikes, too much insulin being secreted by your pancreas. Pancreas carries that glucose to your cells. And I'm a truck driver, so I like using truck driver terms or painting a truck driver's picture. And this actually happens. There's times when I might show up at the dock. I got a full trailer ready to be unloaded. Imagine that that's your insulin. Full trailer full of glucose, ready to be unloaded. But the cells say, hold on now, Mr. Truck Driver. Hold on now, Mr. Insulin. We're full. We're full. We ain't got no more room for this new shipment of glucose. Now, when that happens in real life, truck drivers aren't really happy. Okay. Just imagine the insulin just carrying this glucose around your cells. Around your body. Just looking for a place to put it. Hey, there's some fat cells over there. Let's stick it there. Hey, let's stick it over here. Let's deposit it, right on your skin. Oh, you start developing skin tags. Or you start developing that dark pigmentation. Acanthosis nigricans, I think is how it's pronounced. You start getting some of those other symptoms that I talked about earlier. You start feeling lethargic, sleepy. You start getting the itis, a lot of that. You start having constant cravings for salt and sugar because you have these big, glucose crashes causing you to feel hungry again. And so you just keep snacking. I've heard people say sugar, is similar to a drug. Okay. And so you're chasing that euphoric feeling again. So how do you do it? You go eat something else that has a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of starches, or a lot of sugar in it, which is going to cause more glucose spike, which is going to cause your pancreas to secrete more insulin to try to, keep that glucose under control. This is why we become insulin resistant. So this product, and there's no magic in this product. Okay, there's no magic in this product. This just makes intermittent fasting easy. At least that's what the Unimate does. The balance helps control those glucose spikes for when you do eat. All right. So being able to intermittent fast by having Unimate, and again, I have not had anything to eat today. It's going on 11 o'clock Central Time. I finished my last meal by 8 p.m. last night. So that's what? About 15 hours? It takes roughly about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, just for glucagon. It's another hormone secreted by your pancreas. Glucagon to be secreted by your pancreas to start looking for an alternate fuel source. I haven't fed myself. So my body's saying, hey, glucose is getting kind of low, which is going to cause insulin to get kind of low. And I always describe this. Insulin and glucagon rather, are like two kids on a seesaw. When one is up, the other's down. You can't have them both at the same level all the time. So when the insulin comes down, your glucagon goes up, which starts dipping into that fat storage, looking for an alternate fuel source because you haven't fed yourself. Okay? This is why people's bodies are starting to improve in their health. Okay? It's not necessarily what's in here. It's what's in our own bodies. The problem is we don't give our bodies enough what it needs to do its job. This helps us to do that. Okay? Dip into that glucose. You dip into that glucose. And those fat storage with the glucagon. Your insulin levels are going to come down. Your glucose levels are going to come down. And when you do eat, The balance, because it coats your stomach, slows down the digestion, you're not going to get a big glucose spike. Do this day after day after day after day, over and over and over and over again. You're going to notice that each day your insulin levels and your glucose levels are going to start at a much lower level than they were 24 hours prior. And over time, your metabolic health will get better. That's how I lost 100 pounds. That's how many people are getting off medications. That's how many people are reversing diabetes, high blood pressure. And let your doctors know that you're on the products. They're found in the PDR. Your doctor can look them up. They're in there. Okay? Let them know. I'm not a doctor. There are doctors on the team. There's nurses on the team, but we're not your doctors and nurses. Okay? So let your medical providers know that you're on this product. All right? And they'll monitor you. And then you'll be just another one sending me a story. Hey, John, my doctor's taking me off my blood pressure medication. Hey, John, my doctor's taking me off metformin. Hey, John, I'm no longer diabetic. And I would love to hear the story. All right. I do thank each and every one of y'all. Wow, this is cool, y'all. I got TikTok over here. I got YouTube over here. We're trying to get this message out to as many people as possible. We've been going for about an hour. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I want to play around with this a little bit more. Okay. So thanks everybody for coming on through. I appreciate it. And until the next time, just like the website says, y'all go and feel great.